Hello everybody, Computer Smart here, and I just got a new keyboard, the Corsair Gaming K70 RGB keyboard. So, upon opening the box and plugging it in, playing around with it, you'll notice that it's hard to learn how to use the software to change the lights and so on and so forth. Well, they did a few little updates since release, and they made it a little bit easier, but it still could be a little tricky. So hopefully I can show you the basics of changing colors on the keyboard so you get the basics of it and you can customize it the way you like it, because what's the point of buying this keyboard if you can't get it to the point where you like it? Because you can really just buy a keyboard, mechanical keyboard, for around $80 with no lighting. So let's get into it. So upon downloading the software, you'll open to this page and it'll detect your device saying, oh, it's a K70, not a K95 or k65, whatever you have. And you'll go under profiles and you'll click new. We'll call this test. Okay, we're in test. So this first tab called assignments is only to like remap keys to whatever you like. So we don't really mess with that in this tutorial, at least. So we're gonna go ahead and click lighting, and it's usually like they'll show you basic features right now, and they have like predetermined effects. So like color pulse, which will just pulse your colors from a gradient from like red, blue, and it'll dim down and dim back up to a different color, so on and so forth. So if you wanted to change the colors on, like, if you just want to change like stationary colors, so like let's say you want the WASD, and you click those by holding control down so you can select multiple. If you wanted those for a different color, you just click those four holding control and then hit red, whatever color you want. You can either go take the color wheel out and get a custom color. So I like yellow. Let's just do yellow. You can also click and determine how bright you want the whole keyboard to be. There's also a button on the keyboard for that as well. So if we continue on, you'll notice that you'll hit this little tab saying advanced settings. You click that, a few things change. These turn to 3 buttons, and that's about it. So let's say you wanted to create a ripple effect on your keyboard. So every time you press a button, it'll expand into a ripple or a wave from that point. So the way you do that is you click this, you select the profile you want to do that to, you select this little menu drop down, you click type lighting, and you click multiple keys. So this will be a ripple, and the way to create your pick your colors is you're gonna right click and hit add, and you'll have this one bar, and you can drop it for intensity of how like bright you want the light to be, or I mean how intense you want the color to be, things like that. The X plane represents how many lights you want the tail behind it. So if you, from the last light to the first light of the ripple, how the spacing between them, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click the pin and hit edit so we can pick the color. I'm going to click maybe blue, and I want it to go from blue to, let's do red. Alright, you can click how many, the velocity of it, so how many lights go on a second. So if you want 10, you click 10. I like mine a little faster, so we're going to do 20, and the duration around 5 seconds. So you'll notice that your keyboard now has a ripple effect. When you hit a key, it'll expand outward from the point you pressed and switch from red to blue or blue to red. If we continue, let's see what else we could do. Another thing you can do as well is make these things called groups. So you're going to select all the ones you want in one group. Right click that, and you're going to say add to group, new group. You're going to call this a group, let's just call it loop 1. So you want it to go on a loop. Then you're going to right click the selected area and press assign new lighting. Now you can do a solid color, a gradient, a ripple, or wave. We're gonna go ahead and do a wave. And once again, you're gonna right click this graph, hit add, so you can add these pins in. And we're gonna change the leftmost pin to, let's say, an orange to a blue. The velocity, we're gonna have it around, actually 10 sounds pretty good. The duration around 5. And we're gonna call this loop 1. So now what you have is, you'll notice this top row on your keyboard is gonna go each single key by key from orange to blue. So that's going to go every 5 seconds. That's going to go down its path, and 5 seconds hit, it's going to start over. So you can do a few different things with the software, and every time you make a new lighting effect to a group, you have this list. So instead of recreating that whole lighting effect, you can just select a group, select this group, and we call this loop 1. So I think it's this one. So you can just drag it to this group, and then boom. Now you have that effect on your keyboard in that group without going ahead and doing all the adjustments that you did right a second ago. So to clear all the lighting effects, you just right click the group, press clear, clears it. And you'll have these groups listed right above the keyboard. So if we go in performance, you'll notice that it says disable Windows key. This is for mostly gamers, because sometimes you hit that Windows key and it tabs you out of the game completely, which could and does get annoying. So if you want to go ahead and fix that, you may want to do that. Another thing is, when we went to the type lighting to multiple keys, you notice a single key. Basically what that does is, let's drop a few pins down. What that does is, every time you hit a character, only that one key lights up, which I personally like for typing. I love that. I feel like it looks so nice, professional, when you have it on the right setting, of course. And so I'll show you how that looks like. So we're going to go ahead and pick our colors once again. We're going to hit blue, and we're going to hit this one, and do again red. We're going to switch out the ripple effect to this effect. So now every time I hit my keys, it turns blue, and then it goes down to a very, very bright red. And it's a gradual change. It's not like an instant blue then red. It's a blue, and then it switches the hues to the pinks, then it goes to the reds, which is quite nice. This is pretty much everything you need to know to do all your little basic lighting effects. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask them out in the description below. And also, I'll show you my keyboard, the settings I use for it, for 2 settings. I use one for browsing the web kind of stuff, and another one's like typing. So I'll show you both those right about now or at the end of the video. So if you have any other questions, please ask them down below. If you liked my video, give it a thumbs up. If not, put a thumbs down telling me why in the description. And please give me ideas of what you want to see next. What do you want to see me do or help you with, or a tutorial or something like that. If you want to see more programming, please let me know. If you want to see more computer builds, please let me know. This is Computer Smart. Have a good one.